Welcome to today's news roundup. In this update, we'll cover the latest developments on international tensions, political controversies, groundbreaking health studies, and much more. From shifts in U.S.-China relations to a deadly year for journalists, the world's headlines are filled with complex stories that deserve your attention. So, let's dive right in. China has demanded that the United States reverse its recent decision to remove the phrase, "We do not support Taiwan independence," from its online Taiwan policy fact sheet. For decades, the U.S. maintained a one China policy, acknowledging Beijing's stance that Taiwan is part of China while maintaining unofficial relations with Taiwan. The Trump administration's State Department recently removed this statement, which Taiwan welcomed but China condemned. China has warned that the change violates the One China principle and could escalate tensions in the Taiwan Strait. Despite this, the U.S. insists that the update does not represent a policy shift and remains committed to maintaining stability in the region. In another headline, the U.S. government has rescinded the firings of 350 employees at the National Nuclear Security Administration. This was part of a broader purge affecting 2,000 workers across the Department of Energy. The move has raised concerns, as many of those affected had high-level security clearances tied to nuclear weapon systems. Although most firings have been reversed, 28 employees remain let go, and critics point out that the Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk, may lack the understanding of the specific roles these employees play. In Argentina, President Javier Milei has been hit with fraud charges after promoting a cryptocurrency called Libra on social media. After Milei's endorsement, the coin saw a sudden price surge, only to drop back to cents within hours. Some investors, who held the coin before Milei's post, profited from the spike. The president's office has since removed the post and claimed that Milei wasn't involved in the coin's development. An investigation has been launched to determine if Milei misled the public. A study from the University of Southern California has found that semaglutide drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy can reduce alcohol consumption and cigarette use. In a 9-week trial, participants who took low doses of semaglutide reported fewer cravings and less alcohol intake. The study suggests these drugs could serve as an effective treatment for alcohol use disorder, especially given the rising alcohol-related deaths in the UK. However, these treatments are not yet widely prescribed. In a troubling report, the Committee to Protect Journalists states that 2024 was the deadliest year for journalists in over 30 years, with 124 media workers killed. The majority of deaths occurred in the Middle East, particularly in Gaza and Lebanon, with many attributed to Israeli military actions. Freelancers, who often lack protections, accounted for a significant portion of the fatalities. The CPJ is calling for better protection for journalists, especially those working in conflict zones. Meanwhile, the Trump administration is pushing Romanian authorities to lift travel restrictions on Andrew and Tristan Tate, who face charges of human trafficking and sexual misconduct. The brothers, who hold dual U.S. and UK citizenship, were arrested in December 2022 and are awaiting trial. U.S. Special Envoy Richard Grenell has expressed support for the Tates, but critics question the administration's involvement in the case. In South Africa, police are investigating the murder of Muhsin Hendricks, the world's first openly gay imam. Hendricks was shot while sitting in his car in Gqeberha. While his views were controversial among some, groups such as the Muslim Judicial Council have condemned his killing. Authorities are tracking the suspects but have not yet confirmed whether it was a hate crime. Delta Flight 4819 crashed at Toronto Pearson International Airport earlier today. The plane, which had just landed from Minneapolis, encountered strong winds and drifting snow. No fatalities have been reported, but 15 passengers and 4 crew members were injured, with 2 in critical condition. This incident follows a deadly jet and helicopter collision in Washington, D.C. earlier this month, leading to questions about potential safety risks from recent U.S. staff reductions in air traffic control. In the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced that Britain is prepared to send peacekeepers, if necessary. The statement came amid growing concerns in Europe about the future of U.S. military support for Ukraine. Starmer's announcement follows a meeting with European leaders, where they discussed increasing European defense capabilities in light of potential U.S. withdrawals. Starmer also emphasized the importance of having Ukraine involved in future peace negotiations to ensure its sovereignty. That's all for tonight's news update. Thank you for joining us. We'll continue to monitor these stories and bring you the latest developments. Stay safe, stay informed, and have a good night. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update.